and welcome to 45 Minutes of Yoga. I'm Karen, and I am excited to do this with you. Hopefully you're going to feel great at the end of this. We're going to do nice stretches for the hamstrings, for the hips, for the shoulders, and just some deep breathing that's going to help you to go into the rest of your day calmer, more focused. This is a Skype class that I videoed. So when I'm facing the camera, as far as left and right, you'll either have to do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. The only equipment you'll need besides a mat is a yoga strap. You can use a necktie, karate belt, piece of rope, anything like that as well. Okay, so let's bring ourselves into the present moment. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose throughout class if possible, and just remembering why you're coming to yoga throughout your whole class. And as the mind wanders, just notice it and bring it back to the breath and the sensations in your muscles. Here we go. All right, guys, well, let's just go ahead and start our yoga today. We're going to start with those feet about hip width apart. We're going to start with that chin in our chest and just relax your shoulders. Take some deep breaths in and out. And think about a nice tall posture. Think about breathing in and out through your nose. Just bringing yourself to this present moment. Let's slowly roll one ear to one shoulder. Good, bring that chin down and slowly switch. One more time in each direction. Good. Let's go ahead and take our right arm up and reach for the ceiling nice and long. Think about the rib cage gently pulling away from the hip bone. Good. We're going to walk our hands down that left leg and take your nose towards that left knee gently. And then let's reach that left arm up and slowly twist, just rolling that shoulder open. And then let's hold on to those elbows and just gently rock from side to side. Just think about your whole torso moving to one side and then the other. All the while taking those deep breaths in and out through your nose. And now let's engage your middle and slowly roll it up. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Let's take that left arm up. Think about gently pulling the rib cage away from the hip bone, reaching long. And exhale, let's walk down that right leg slowly. Nose towards your right knee, deep breaths. And then let's take that right arm, glance up to the ceiling, slowly twist open. And let's go ahead and bring those arms down, hold on to our elbows, and just rock from side to side again. So the whole torso goes towards one leg and then the other. Good, and on your exhale, let's go ahead and bring those feet a little closer together. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, lunge back one foot, and then the other. So you can have those knees on the mat or you can have yourself up on your toes, but let's hug the sides with our elbows as we come down slow. Gently lift into up dog. Those hands are underneath your shoulders, opening your chest. Let's take those knees apart, big toes together. Breathe and let's just sit it back as you rest your forehead. So the middle of that chest is just surrendering to the mat. Deep breaths. As you continue to breathe, let's walk those fingertips a little farther out so your backside is actually in the air. Rest your forehead again and let the middle of the chest sink down. And then let's come up onto our palms, tuck our toes under, and come to down dog. Let's shift the weight out of the heel of the hand more towards the knuckles. Just let the head hang heavy as those hips lift up. Nice relaxed feet, relaxed quadriceps and knees as well. Good, continuing to breathe. Let's take those right toes and reach them up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back, nose towards that left knee. And exhale, let's gently lunge between those hands. The knees are right above the ankle. Let's float the chest up, tuck the pelvis under, and lean it back. Good, looking past your fingertips, swing through. Inhale up. And exhale, let's tap those left toes and come into warrior three. You decide how high you're going to lift those toes. Deep breaths. And very slowly, hands to the hips. Shoulders down, we're going to bring that left knee up. Let's bring those left toes up and hold it. Good, bringing those feet together. Nice breath in. Exhale, right arm comes down as we walk those fingertips down. Pressing the left foot down into the mat. That right hand's going to grab the wrist. Just rest your head and gently pull that left arm straight. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. Good. Let's come up to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And exhale. Let's go ahead and take those right toes back. Abs are engaged. And let's very slowly bring our fingertips down to the mat. Continuing to breathe. Chin in your chest, just hang that head heavy. Now let's reach those right toes up. Let's walk the hands a little closer to that left foot. And if you want to, the left hand can hold the ankle, but that's just an option. Reaching those right toes up and straightening the left knee the best that you can. Exhale, let's go ahead and gently lunge on those right toes. Let's walk that left foot over to the left. Let's rest that right knee on the mat. And let's sink that right quadricep towards the mat. So you want to make sure your left knee is right above the ankle. Continuing to pull those hips forward. Now let's go ahead and take your left arm up, a gentle twist. Good, bringing that hand down. Let's go ahead and bring your left knee to the mat. And go ahead and give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. And with your right wrist directly under the shoulder, let's extend your right leg behind you. Left arm out, abdominals engaged. Let's take the left arm out to the side. Let's flex your right foot and slowly take the right leg. You decide how far out to the right. And just make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. Slowly coming back down the middle and reaching. Hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips to the right and bring your right hand on top of the left. Deep breaths. Good. Another nice cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come to that plank. Wrists below the shoulders. Really keep the abdominals strong. Hug the sides as you come down, and you can bring the knees down whenever you need to. Nice up dog. Push up if you want to, and down dog. So that push up is always optional. Relax those feet, relax the quadriceps, lift the hips. Deep breaths in and out. Let's reach our left toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back a little bit. Nose towards your right knee, left toes way up. And gently swing through. That left knee is going to be right above the ankle. And let's float that chest up. Leaning back into your crescent lunge. Make sure that right hip flexor is getting a good stretch. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Good, really lean back. Now let's tap our right toes. Find a spot you're staring at for balance. Reach that right leg up into warrior three, just the best that you can. Very slowly coming to standing with the hands on the hips. Shoulders down, right knee up. Those right toes come up as we hold. Good, let's bring those feet together. Deep breath in. Exhale, left arm down. We're going to gently pull the right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone, walking the left fingertips down. Good, left hand's going to grab the wrist, just pull gently. Nice and long down your right side in half moon. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. Good, front of the mat. Standing back bend. Good, and as we bring those arms down to shoulder height, let's take those right toes behind you. Engage your left toes behind you. Engage your abdominals and reach that leg up. You decide how low you take the chest and how high that leg is. Good, let's gently go ahead and take those fingertips down to the mat. Abs are engaged. You can always bend that right knee if you need to. So let's walk our hands a little closer to your right foot. Left toes reach up, and that right hand can hold the ankle if you want it. Right knee is straightening just the best that you can. Couple breaths. And exhale, we're going to gently lunge on the left toes, bending that right knee. And scoot the right foot a little farther right as we bring that left knee down. So sink that left quadricep towards the mat and take some deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and take our right arm up, gently twist. Good, that right hand comes down. You're going to take your right knee to the mat. And with the left wrist directly under the shoulder, you're going to extend your left leg out. Abs are strong, not shrugging those shoulders. Reach that right arm long. Let's take the right arm out to the side. Flexing the left foot, just take the left leg as far as you would like. Not shrugging the shoulders, we're using the left side of those obliques. Very slowly bringing it back down the middle. Hand and knee down. Let's sit those hips left and left hand on top of the right. Deep breaths. Good, nice cat stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. Good, and let's come to that plank. Wrists below the shoulders. Keep the abdominals lifted up. And let's hug the sides with our elbows as we come down. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Allow those hips to lift. Not a lot of weight in the heel of the hand, and just relax the feet and the knees. Good, right toes reach for the ceiling. I'm going to walk the hands back a little bit, nose towards the left knee, and let's lift that right leg. Hang over to the left. Stretching down the right side of the rib cage. On your exhale for pigeon, let's slide that right knee between your hands. Tucking those left toes under, walking that leg back. Take that right foot if you want to, closer to your left hand. And let's walk straight down the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead somewhere. Deep breath into the tightness around that right hip joint. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. Feel free to glance to your right, resting on the left side of the face. And we can slide that right hand to our low back. Allow those shoulders just to flop. Allow all the loosening around the outside of that right hip joint. Your exhale is your opportunity to deepen that stretch and let go of a little bit more tension. Let's slowly untwist. Let's glance forward and allow our left fingertips to walk just a little bit farther. Forehead down and take some breaths. And let's walk those hands back. Let's open up the chest. Slide that right knee underneath. And let's go ahead and have a seat. And your right leg is going to be in front. So your right leg could actually be in front or it could be on top. You decide. But let's sit up tall first and bring that chin down to our chest. And let's reach that right arm as long as we can up. And let's take that left hand, reach across. So just allow yourself to sink down, deep breaths. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale it past those fingertips. Walk them away from you with the chin down. Allow the chest to sink down. Utilize each and every exhale. One more breath here. Good, let's walk it back. Let's go ahead and come to your hands and knees. Give yourself that nice cat stretch. Glancing up. And let's go ahead and come to that plank. Keep the abs lifted. Let's hug the sides. Come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose and down dog. Shift that weight out of the heel of the hand and let's take turns, bending one knee and then the other, loosening up those lower legs. Good, left toes reach up to the ceiling. Let's walk the hands back a little bit. Let's bend that left knee and let it hang to the right. So really let it hang to the right. Opening up that left hip. Stretching straight down the left side of the rib cage. And let's slide that left knee between our hands for pigeon. So tucking those right toes under, walking that leg back. Taking your left foot, walking it towards that right hand. Just make sure you're not going to roll to your left. Hands walk towards the middle of the mat. Let's rest our forehead. Deep breath into the tightness around that left hip joint. Exhale, just really let it go. Let's glance to the left. You can rest on the right side of the face. Imagine breathing directly into that left hip joint and feel free to take the back of your left hand to the low back. Relax your shoulders, deep breaths. Utilize each exhale to dissolve more of that tightness. Slowly untwisting as you're ready. Glancing forward, and let's take our right fingertips a little farther away. Forehead down and breathe. And let's slowly walk it back. Open up that chest, lifting up, and let's slide the left knee back. And let's have a seat. And so that left leg is either going to be in front or on top. You decide. Let's sit up tall, bring that chin down, shoulders down. Let's take your left arm and reach. Long as you can, bend that right knee, right elbow. And then that right hand reaches across to grab your knee, sinking down and breathing. Good, let's reach both arms up. Exhale, let's walk those fingertips out. Bring that chin down and just continue to dissolve the tightness around your hips. Couple more deep breaths in and out. Walking those hands back. Uncrossing slowly. Be nice to yourself and come back to your hands and knees. Nice cat stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come to that plank. Wrists below the shoulders. Remember, knees can be up or down, but abs are engaged and your chest leads as we come down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Lift those hips. Allow the head and chest to sink, and those knees and quadriceps and feet relax. Let's walk or softly jump our feet to our hands. Let's hug our thighs, holding on to those elbows, chin down, and start to straighten the legs the best that you can. And let's release. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good. Open it up in the mountain. And let's go ahead and take those feet apart, as far apart as you would like, and walk those hands down your legs. You can keep your knees bent a little bit if you want to. And just slide those feet as far apart as you would like, sinking the head down, lengthening the hamstrings, lifting the hips up, and deep cleansing breaths. Let's walk those fingertips back. Slide the feet a little farther apart. If you've loosened up a little bit, bend your elbows and breathe. If you want to, you can clasp those fingertips at your low back. Gently pull the arms straight and lift them up. And on the exhale, fingertips facing the front, let's bend the elbows and sink those elbows towards the mat. Make sure you're exhaling completely each and every time. Now let's walk the hands up towards the right leg. And let's put the left knee on the mat. Let's shift the weight back, and let's slide that right leg forward, sliding your left knee back, and you're only coming out to where it's safe and comfortable for you. Hands towards that right foot, and you're going to bend your elbows, allowing the chest to sink down. Allow your left quadricep to sink towards the mat. Deep breaths. Long right hamstring. Imagine that breath flowing up and down the back of those legs. One more deep breath in and out here. Good, and let's start to walk that right foot back. Bring your right knee to the mat. Give yourself that nice cat-cow. And go ahead and come up to the front of the mat. Wrists below your shoulders, abs strong. Hug those sides, come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Now connect back to that breath. Feel the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. And just let go of any self-judgment. Accepting your body where you are today. Right in this present moment. Let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. And then let's go ahead and cross those forearms and hold your opposite calf. Another option is you could slide the palms underneath your feet. I'm going to leave that up to you. Let's straighten the legs the best that you can, sinking the head down and lifting the tailbone up. Deep breaths. Very slowly, one hand at a time, bringing them back to the mat. Glancing up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, open it up in a mountain. And let's slide those feet apart again. Let's go ahead and walk those fingertips down. And you decide how far apart the feet are going to come, and the head sinks down to the mat, lengthening down your hamstrings and inner thighs. Each exhale can be that opportunity to deepen this stretch. With the first two fingers, if you want to, wrapped around your big toes. Let's glance forward, chest forward, tailbone back, and then gently the strength of the arms brings the head down towards the mat. And to that exhale, we can face those fingertips towards the front. Test to see if the feet want to come any farther apart, and then bend your elbows. Allow the head to hang down. Relax the knees and the quadriceps and breathe. Big exhale. Let's go ahead and walk those hands towards your left leg. You're going to place that right knee on the mat. Left hand to the left of the foot. And now you're going to shift your weight back and slide your left leg straight forward. Make sure it's not going to go at an angle. Right knee slides back. Hands towards that left foot. And just allow the chest to sink down towards your left thigh. Long down that left hamstring, deep breaths. Utilize each and every exhale to its fullest. Couple more breaths here. Imagine that breath flowing up and down the back of your left leg. And let's walk those hands back. Slide that left knee back. And a nice cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. Let's come to your last plank of today. Abs lifted up. Let's hug those sides. Come on down. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Now lift those hips and allow the head and chest to sink down. And if it feels all right, let's sink down to your forearms, okay, into Dolphin. So let that head hang down. If you want to walk the toes just a little closer to your elbows, you can. Then use the leverage of the forearms on the mat to press yourself back. Deep breaths. Gently knees to the mat. We're going to go ahead and lie all the way on the mat. We're going to take your right arm and come with it straight out from your shoulder, palm down. You're going to roll to your right, resting on the right side of the face. Bend your left knee and allow it to come behind you. Left hand slides to the low back. You can always walk those right fingertips a little closer to shoulder height. You can walk that left foot a little farther behind you. Breathe into the right shoulder. This is opening up the right side of the chest. And even that left hip can get a good opening if you walk that left foot a little farther back. Big deep breaths, letting the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. One more breath here. Now as you slowly roll to your stomach, continue to look to your left. Rest the arms at your sides and just let your shoulders flop. Gently glancing forward, you can come into Sphinx for a couple breaths, just lifting that head up. And then we're going to go ahead and extend the left arm straight out, palm down. And you're going to roll to your left, bending that right knee, placing the foot behind you. Right hand slides to the low back. Breathe into that left shoulder joint. Opening up the left side of the chest. And that right foot can always walk away from you. Big breaths and try to exhale completely each and every time. One more breath. And then as you're ready, you're going to slowly roll to your stomach. Continue to look to your right. Just bring those arms down to your sides. Shoulders relaxed, and breathe. Gently glance forward, and let's press ourselves up onto hands and knees. And go ahead and come up to the front of the mat and make sure that your yoga strap is near you. Come into boat pose one time, and then we're going to roll back and lay on the mat. So with shoulders relaxed, abdominals nice and strong, let's take those arms up. Bring one leg up if you'd like to, both. Abs are engaged. Please listen to your back. Keep that chest open. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, come on back. And if you'd like to, let's come back into plow. Okay, I want you to be careful of your neck and your back. If this is not good for you, you can stay right here and we'll join you in just a second. So only come back to where it's safe for you. Your hands could be at your low back. You could keep them on the mat. It's up to you. But the knees are sinking towards your forehead. Just take a couple breaths. And then let's come into shoulder stand if you'd like. Those toes lift towards the ceiling. Tuck the pelvis under. And the straightest line as you can from shoulders to toes. And very slowly coming back into plow. Again, be careful how far you come back. Listen to your body. Palms on the mat. We're going to roll down very slowly, engaging our middle. As those hips come to the mat, we're going to place our hands at our knees and draw some circles, massaging that low back gently in both directions. Let's take our straight arms between our knees, hold on to ankles or feet, and gently pull the knees down towards the sides of the rib cage, and your elbows press those knees apart and gently rock side to side, just like a happy baby. You can either stay right here, your first two fingers can make a hook with your big toes, and you can press those heels away from you and allow those legs to relax out. Let's release. Feet come to the mat and our feet are farther apart than the hips. We're going to touch those heels if you can and lift those hips up into your bridge. Just think about pushing those hip bones up. Nice stretch for those hip flexors and good for the back. Exhale, we're going to peel the spine down one vertebra at a time. As we go ahead and reach for that yoga strap, placing the right foot in the yoga strap. Left leg flat. Let's move the strap towards our heel. Nice relaxed foot. Gently pull the leg in as we push that right knee away from us. Your exhale pulls that leg in just a little more. Release. We're going to hold the strap with your right hand. We're going to take it out to the right as you glance to your left. We're going to keep that left hip rolled down. We don't want to take the right leg so far that that left hip lifts up. Gently pull with your right hand. And let's bring that right leg straight up. Make sure that we take care of the lower leg. Bring that strap towards the ball of the foot and roll that foot out, pushing your right knee away from you and breathing. Yeah, you can also roll it in. It all depends on your gait. I want you to kind of play around with that and see how you can get your best stretch. Release. Let's hold the strap with your left hand and take it across the body. Glancing right and gently pulling, stretching straight down your right IT band. On the exhale, we can take that right leg up. And we're going to place both feet in the yoga strap. And just pull towards you just to the point where it feels good for you. Backing away slowly, allowing the right leg to come flat on the mat. Strap to come towards your left foot, foot's relaxed. Gently pull it towards you, pressing that left knee away from you. Remember to exhale completely each and every time, not holding back. Release, left hand holds the strap. Let's take it out to the left as you look right. Keeping that right hip rolled down to the mat as you gently pull left toes aimed to the wall behind you. And let's slowly bring that left leg up. Moving the strap towards the ball of your foot. Flex the foot gently. pull the leg towards you, and you decide if you're rolling it out or in, deepening your left calf stretch. And let's release. Let's take the leg across the body. Right hand holding the strap. As you look to your left, gently pull. Stretch straight down that left IT band. Let's release and place that strap down. And let's lengthen the body from fingertips to toes, seeing how long you can make yourself. One leg longer than the other. Reach. And then exhale, slowly slide those arms down. You can rest them at your sides, palms up. You can rest them closer to you, palms up or down. I want you to do what's comfortable for you. Close those eyes. You've made it to your last pose, total resting pose. Let's allow the belly to lift on your inhale and lower on your exhale. As we breathe to loosen up the muscles and relax any tightness you're still holding on to. Also imagine that you're able to let go of maybe that one thing that is taking too much of your worry right now. Probably something you don't even have control over. Robbing you of some of that joy. Let's use our exhale to let go of that. Bringing all your breath to the very top of the head. And allowing the breath to flow across your forehead. Rolling across your temples. And the back of the head. Across your eyes and nose and cheekbones. Flowing across the back of your jaw. Straight down the sides and back of the neck. Across the top of your shoulders, and just feel how your shoulders relax to the mat and your chest opens up. Release across the upper back as the breath starts to flow down both arms. Rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms, to your wrists, palms and the top of your hand. Breath is between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. Exhale, just moving the fingers gently and letting tension and stress leave the body. As the breath starts to surround your rib cage and flow from the middle of your back down to the small of your back. A nice deep breath in. Exhale, those hips and glutes just relax. Feel the quadriceps and hamstrings release. Knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, and notice the breath rounding your heels and flowing up the arch of your foot. Rolling across the top of your foot. Between the toes and all the way to the toe tips. Exhale, just moving those toes gently and letting tension and stress leave the body through the toe tips. Feeling relaxed and calm Noticing that fresh new perspective on the rest of your day. Ready to take it on. So let's be nice to ourselves, coming out of this position slowly, bending one knee, placing that foot on the mat. Allow the other knee to join it when you're ready. Slowly rolling to one side. Bottom arm is your pillow. Deep breath in and out. You slowly press yourself up. That nice sitting position. A deep breath in, reaching those arms up. Exhale, bringing your hands to your heart. Surrendering everything in that head to your heart. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.